British ruling Conservative Party has lost some traditional strongholds in local government elections. It is seen as a litmus test for the popularity of Prime Minister Boris Johnson amid Partygate scandal and surging inflation. But experts say no opposition parties have made sufficient gains to change the tide of British politics. The elections held on Thursday decided thousands of council seats, including all councils in Scotland, Wales and London, and many in the rest of England. In Northern Ireland, voters elected a new 90-seat assembly. Results announced on Friday showed that the Conservatives lost over 300 seats in England, including several strongholds in London.
I think the Partygate scandal has put a lot of people off voting Conservative, and then the rising cost of living, will have an impact as well.
Oh, the failure has been, at the moment, the total failure to do anything effective about the cost of living. Failure to tax the oil companies effectively, a failure to tax the gas companies, who are all making enormous profits. And Labour has said that it will impose a special tax on them to assist ordinary people. And this government's refused to do anything of that kind.
There'll be a large number of people that do want to use this election to send a signal to the government. The UK government has put in place the most ambitious plan to reduce the cost of living that any British government has done in response to inflation threats. One can always argue that there should be more done, but if you're arguing that as an opposition party, you should say where you would cut to make that happen, and nobody's come forward with an alternative realistic plan.
But these are real votes cast by real people in real places, and it's not all of the country, but it gives us a good flavour of whether some of the issues which have been at play in British politics recently, particularly around Boris Johnson and the breaches of the COVID regulations, whether that was feeding through into how people would actually vote.
What we're seeing is a combination of some losses for the Conservative Party, but not decisive gains for the other parties in a way which would point to them being potential winners in a general election in 2 years' time. The Conservatives, in one way or another, will have been in power then for nearly 15 years. And that's a long time for any party to be in government in the United Kingdom system. It follows that Conservatives are going to face the need to oppose a narrative that will say, time for a change. So they need to provide something exceptional if they are going to overcome that time for a change narrative.